a truly random-ish spreadsheet in Excel. Of course I did, because I'm me. So what you see here is Excel flipping coins for you. So every time I press F9, it's going to flip 200 more coins. I'm going to have you guys do this momentarily with real coins, which is truly random. This is only pseudo-random. Remember what I said the opposite of random is? Non-random. What was the word you guys used, though? Patterned. Whenever you ask a computer to be random, that's impossible now, isn't it? Because what is a computer designed to do? It's designed to follow algorithms, which essentially are patterns. It takes a data point, feeds it into a rule, produces an output. Sometimes it's done, sometimes it goes back in and does something else. So it's almost, it's quantifiably impossible for a computer to be truly random. But they are what's called pseudo-random. And you're about to see what I'm talking about. So here we go, ready? That was 200 more flips of a coin. Notice what happened in the very beginning. Remember how surprised we were when we saw H, 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 T, 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 T? It can happen randomly. There we go again. Didn't happen that time though, did it? Eh? What are you noticing each time I flip randomly 200 times? What? Say that again. Say that again, Taryn. What she's noticing down here are the current proportion of heads and tails. And over here is the cumulative proportion of heads and tails. Now, when you flip a coin, very often a coin is used to decide things, yes? Take the trash out, which team gets the home field advantage, or which team kicks first, or whatever. And why do we use a coin to do these things?
No bias.
Because it's random, there's no bias, and you're equally likely to get heads and tails. That's the 50-50 chance. Using Faith's awesome definition of probability, a 50% chance means, on average, in 100 trials, you should get 50 successes with that result, which means 50 without, 50 with. That's unbiased. That's weighted evenly. But look at what happens in the short runs up top. Tails, heads, 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 heads. Tails, 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 tails. Heads, 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 heads. Tails, heads, tails. How many times up there does it go tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads? And not very much, huh? There's an awful lot of runs of heads and tails. And this is why I wanted you guys to write down what you thought random was. And then I wanted to stick them all together. Yeah, I didn't explain myself very well. What I really wanted you guys to do was to put them into one big line with a different color separating them, and then be able to piece them. But don't worry about that. It's okay. We're doing it here in Excel instead. Because I wanted to see how many of those runs we can generate. Check this out. Check this out. When you have 200 coin flips like this, there's a 96% chance somewhere in those coin flips there's at least 6 heads or 6 tails in a row. Somewhere. Can you find 6 in a row up there? Yeah, you're right there at the top. Second row's also got one. Do it again. Okay, find one there?
Second row.
Second row, big one. Yeah, jeez, exactly. Imagine if you were the person flipping this coin starting right now. Wouldn't you think something was wrong with the coin? After 8 flips, wouldn't you think something was wrong with the coin?
Well, then isn't that what we saw when we actually flipped them the other week?
That's what we're going to do in a minute here too, in case you've forgotten it. Yes, I want you to be comfortable with the fact that purely random behavior sometimes might have the appearance of looking unrandom. In the long run, I can't emphasize that enough. In the long run, over time. Sure, if you focus just on that, but look at right now. 47% of those coins are heads and 53 are tails. So even though you've got this run of heads right there, it's still just a smidge under 50% overall. And just a smidge over 50% overall for tails. Even with that crazy run of heads. Pretty cool, huh? Let's do it again. Is there a run up there of 6?
Wow. Yeah.
There's tails right there. Oh, big long run of heads again over here. See the run? There's the tails up the top row. Let's just hold it down for a little while, let it play. And please notice the cumulative column right there. And did you notice it finally stabilized the 50-50? No, it's okay. It's gonna continue to fluctuate over time. If I hold this down infinitely long, it'll fluctuate back and stay there. But the idea is, look at these guys here. They can vary as much as 5% either way, 6% sometimes. Let's go through it slowly here. There's 3% up and down. There's 8% up and down, right? 8% shy, 8% shy. But on average, over time, if you look over here, right now, these are the cumulative guys right here, keeping track of the counts. And that's what the definition of a coin is. The coin doesn't promise that if you flip a coin 2 times, it's going to come up heads and tails. As a matter of fact, if you flip a coin 2 times, there's only a 50% chance it'll be heads and tails. It could be heads, tails, or tails, heads. There's also a 50% chance they're going to match. Please, Faith.
I was going to say, if there's not relative consistency, then it would be a pattern.
Which is the opposite of randomness. Exactly. But mathematically, you can measure that. And that's what I want to start doing today is measuring randomness. Blake, tell me what's in your mind.
What if we got that 5,000? It's at 770.
Oh, I'm going to let it keep running. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to give you guys all a coin for yourselves. I'm going to let this thing run forever. Okay? Well, not forever. As long as we have time for class. So what I want you guys to do, hand that around, grab 1 penny each, and then if we have time, we'll do a card experiment. Might have to wait till Wednesday. Grab a penny. We're going to run 2